Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Let me position where I can see what I'm doing. Good morning, everybody. Vicky Gail Harris, Lovely D Jones. How are you? How are you, Lucky Charms? Oh man, I'm sitting here, guys. How are you? How are you? Hey, Tratra. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me pull up my computer right here. Let me see. What'll be the easiest way to do this? No, yeah, it'll be the easiest way to do it would be through here. So, how are you guys doing this morning? I hope all is well. Let me go here. Um, I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. Let me see if I can find me here. If I can find my live right now. Let's see. Who is live? Can I find my live? All right. So how are you guys doing this morning? Let's see. Let's see if I can find my live. Well, I can't go live here. I don't want to do that. So let's come up out of here. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. So let's go here. Let's go back out. So good morning, Lisa Roberto. How are you? How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What a beautiful Monday morning, y'all. Can't complain about it at all, can you? We cannot. But if you do, hey, what else can we do about it? But I'm looking to see if I can find my live this morning. A lot to talk about. Um, as well. A lot to talk about. And and that's what I'm trying to do this morning. I am trying to find my live this morning on my channel. Good morning, Granny K. Warren G. Good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? It's a beautiful morning. You can hear the birds just chirping away out here, y'all. Ooh, ooh. Don't want to do that one. You can hear the birds chirping. Um, so yeah. So you can hear the birds chirping this morning, and I am live. Let's see what happens if I go live right here. And let's see. Pull down the audio button. Can you guys hear me? Is there any interference at all? Let's see. If I wanted to do a membership, I'm trying to see how to send memberships. I can send super stickers, but how do I send memberships? Free memberships. Lisa B, how you doing? So yeah, I live chat. There you go. Lisa B, how are you? Um yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Trying to get a lot of stuff done here. Still haven't figured out how to do the free memberships yet, guys. I've been on, I don't know if it's something, it just doesn't come easy for me. And I know everybody has sent me things to do these free memberships. Hey, Warren G says, Justice, read my comment. Read my comment, Justice React. Okay, Diane Lewis. Let me go back up here. Good morning, Justice. Truth Giving say, come get her. That's where I'm going right now. So I'm coming to get her. I went, let's see, you login, YouTube Studio login. I think Studio login. Okay, so let's see YouTube Studio login, YouTube Studio. Okay, let's see if we got this. Let's see. Come on, come on. Here it is. So let me go get her right now. Mm-hmm. And so I can see her through here. So give me 1 second. Giving. Truth giving. I'm looking for her. Looking for her. Make sure I can see her. Okay. Truth giving. Oh, jeez. I can't see her. Let's see. Show 300. I got so many people blocked on this, guys. I must have got about 1,000 people blocked. I done blocked so many people. Let's see. So give me a second here. Truth giving, and then we'll get started. Okay. Uh, Truth telling troll. You said truth giving, right? Truth giving. Truth giving, truth giving, truth giving. I don't see truth giving yet. I know she got to be here among these thousands of people. I know she's here. Okay. And you just can't even type a name in to find it. So I have to go through all these people just to find her and ooh wow. This is crazy, y'all. All these people in my jail. I got so many people in my jail that some of them here for life. There are people here that are here for life that they'll never be. They got life sentences. Some people got life sentences in my jail. So, uh, yeah, there are people that will never see the light of day in my jail again unless somehow they get out under a different name, but they will never see daylight out of my jail. So welcome in, y'all. So I'm looking for truth giving. Good morning, Justice, and everyone says, Gwen Hope, how are you? Indigo, how are you? So yeah. So there are people that will never see the light of day again. They've been sentenced. Uh, some they got through 2 or 3 years. Some been in there for a while now. Some been in there for about maybe a couple years, and every so often I'll go revisit them to see if they are in parole or something. But pretty much, no. Mm-mm. You know, some of those people that don't know how to walk the streets of YouTube, you had to remove them. They wander in everybody else's. They fall out the bush, wander into your chat, wander into your live, saying stupid stuff, and then they just, the judgment comes, and then they have to go. Okay, so I'm gonna keep looking for her, guys. But I'm looking as I'm talking. I'm still looking for her and truth giving. And I use the pronoun her, but I learn sometimes unless they tell you who they are, male or female or whatever, you just don't know. But I always assume her, which I've been wrong a couple of times on that. But so let's see. Still looking for truth giving. I don't know, truth. Did I send you to a jail far beyond my reach? Because Where could you have gone? Where did you go? You should be in the mix here, and I don't see you. Mm, mm, okay. I gotta look for her someplace else because she is not, definitely not, unless it's not truth telling, it's truth giving. And I don't know why she is not here. So I have to go look somewhere else because I definitely don't see her. Truth giving. Why isn't she showing up? Dang. I'm looking for her among all these names and I do not see her. Uh, truth telling. Where is truth giving? Okay. Truth telling. Slow down a little bit. Truth giving. It's not there. It's not here. It's not here. No, no, no. No, that's the grunge. Beloved and a fan. Troy Love. So, guys, I wanted to talk about as I look for truth giving. I know people are coming in as I look, and wow. I wanted to talk about the YSL trial and the last things that have been happening because a lot is happening since we last spoke about Judge the Thug, aka 88, working with the 88 team, Glenville. A lot has happened. I'm not sure if everybody's still keeping up with it. I know I got away from it for a moment there, but I'm back because a lot's going to happen this week. A lot of things might be happening this week. As you all, last time we left off, and truth giving, I'm going to continue to look for you in a different place. I'm going to see if I can find you probably in somewhere else. I'm going to look someplace else right now. And so stay tuned. I'm coming to get you. So let me go here in setting. So um, so a lot has been happening since that we last spoke on the YSL trial. The last time we spoke, we talked about a writ of mandamus being presented to the Georgia Supreme Court by um, the attorney for another defendant in this case, um, not for Young Thug, but a person, a client, not a client, another defendant in this case, and that writ of mandamus was returned by the Georgia Supreme Court, stating that it was not filed properly, and that they would have to go through the procedure, the proper procedure. The Georgia Supreme Court did not say that they couldn't get relief, but they had to follow the proper procedure, and that's going through the Superior Court. I believe they have to go to the Georgia State Superior Court or maybe the appellate court or whatever, and that's the step they're at now. Now, what's going on since then? As you guys come in, day one, stay one. Hachi, what's going on? Lisa B, I'm here for it, 74. She may have actually blocked herself to tell her to go to her Google account. I think I may have blocked her Granny K last night because I was trying to actually block somebody else, and I may have blocked her myself. The thing is, I may have to go look somewhere else in that. Let me pull up Google. I may have to go look someplace else because right now I don't see her in the normally where I would find people. But I'm gonna keep looking as I'm doing this. So let her know I'm still looking. Hey Terry Cody, for her. But getting back, so as we know, when they filed the first writ of mandamus to recuse. The writ of mandamus was to recuse Judge Glanville for improper conducting his courtroom like a thug, right? If anybody was keeping up, he doesn't listen to the defense. He met in secret with the ex parte communication meeting without the defendant's attorney, without the defendant alone, and he met with a sworn witness who was then within that writ of mandamus. They said that there was coercion from the judge threatening to keep this who we know as Woody in the because Woody pleaded the fifth and was not going to testify. But it said during that meeting that Judge Glanville told him that he can leave him in jail until all the defendants go through. And then now we got Woody on the stand testifying, and this was but alleged that these things happened in this ex parte communication, whereas they were not only the judge, it was ADA Harris, ADA Love, and I mean her name, I think it was Hamilton, and so that's been happening as well. So many things has happened during that trial. Also, we also learned during that trial, during this time, that Bunkis, who was fired by Woody, is not the attorney, was not Woody's attorney. She came in to assist Woody's attorney because Woody's attorney went on vacation. So now Bunkis is in the middle of something that she shouldn't be in the middle of, but she has to be because she's that attorney that took the place. Attorneys do that. They call in each other, say, come on, can you stand for this person? And the only thing they're there for is to make sure that proper procedures are followed. But Bunkis find herself now being brought in a rule to show cause on the 3rd of this month. So because he had it scheduled for the 25th, but he pushed it back. And he did a thug roll. He did a thug roll on Bunkis. Because Bunkis supposed to have been relieved. But Woody fired him. But instead of letting Bunkis go, he held Bunkis for 10 days. Bunkis was not supposed to be there after Woody had fired her. Her duties were over. But Thou Glanville did not follow court rules and did something else, saying that she has to be there for 10 days. She has to be there for an attorney for 10 days, which is not true. She was fired. Woody fired her. Fired Bunkis. But Judge Thou Glanville said, oh, no. Even though you're fired, I'm not letting you go. He was hoping to keep her there for just because of his rule to show cause on the 25th. So he has been running a rogue in that courtroom. He is out of order. He's moving like a thug. He is everything he has done so far, in my opinion, is an insult to the courtroom, insult to the judge, insult to judges everywhere. He's running rogue. And, well, let's talk about what may be happening. If anybody else is catching up with it, let me know. Come on into the chat. If you're up on anything, this is not a one-way show. So come on in. If you've been keeping up with it, if I've said something wrong or you know something different, please feel free to come on in. I know some people probably ran in here thinking I was going to talk about my normal content this morning. But no, I'm getting back on a little bit, I said I was going to talk about the YSL trial, and I got away from it for a few days. So if you're interested and you want to talk about it, if you know anything else or have any opinions, please feel free to drop them inside the comment section as well. As we, good morning, Shirley Brown, how are you? So where are we now with this? Well, so far, what they've been doing is a lot of motions, trying to bring the ADA Is it Hamilton? Am I right? Love in Hamilton, because I kind of got away from the name. Um, has been trying to introduce videos, Woody's videos, in reference to prove a what's the word I want to use? Impeach him on um inconsistent testimony, right? Whereas Woody has said he don't remember this, he didn't say this, he didn't do this, and he don't remember this. So Woody, as we know, has been a hostile witness toward ADA's. He's a witness for the state, but he's also an extremely hostile witness toward the state. He has not been cooperating. But whose fault is that? The state did not prep him. They did not go over things that he would know or should know. They put him on the stand and did not prep him. And it's also they've done the same thing with another state witness. They're putting these witnesses on the stand for the state, and in no way form it's like y'all got free will and y'all do what y'all say want to do, but then want to get on the stand and impeach the dog on their own witness because they didn't do their job. Good morning, NYA, Naya, DC. Hey, Portia Hogan, how are you? Terry Cody, Shirley Brown, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning, Vicky Gail Harris, Hachi, good morning. Day one gonna stay one. Warren G, Lisa B, good. I'm here for 74. Good morning, everybody. Granny K, good morning. I know I've called y'all name before, but just Indigo, just running through. Good morning, everybody. As you come in, we're talking about the YSL case, updating you guys on what's going on. I'm not sure if y'all still following it. I've been still following it. I just had not been talking about it because y'all know what I've been doing, right? But I'm here to talk about it today. People may have lost interest because the only thing right now is happening. But this is going to be an interesting week right now. Trust me, it's going to. If you hadn't been following, get back into it because this is going to be an interesting week. July 3rd is the rule to show cause against Bumpkins, who Judge the Thug, aka 88 Glanville, thinks is the person that leaked the information and wants to hold her in contempt. Okay, he wants to put her in jail. He wants to hold her in contempt. So he has a rule to show cause on the 3rd, right? Now, what has been happening since then? The state has now tried to put all these videos in. So they're presenting videos. Woody's not testifying at this time. For as far as I know, the last thing they were doing is trying to get all these videos in, trying to play them at length. And you have the defense arguing that these videos sometimes are irrelevant, has nothing to do with the case at all. For example, I haven't been following up on it, but I thank you for keeping us updated. No problem, Indigo Girl. One of the last things that happened that I remember, they tried to introduce talking about a gat. Uh, Judge Judge 88 Thug Glanville did side with the defense in this section, in this area, because the 88 Hamilton, I believe it is, get me right on her name, I think it's 88 Hamilton, I know it's an H, tried to introduce the gat conversation about a gun. The judge did not find no relevancy for impeaching on that because they never had. You can't impeach somebody for conflict. Um, Not conflict. What's the word? Is it not conflict? I'm saying the wrong word. You can't impeach them if you never question them about the item, about the situation that you're trying to say they're lying, they're not telling the truth about, or they're changing the information about, right? So that's where the judge did side with the defense, did rule that they could not talk about it because they never brought up any questions. They never questioned him about it. So you cannot. So the ADAs have been trying everything to get a whole bunch of testimony in so they can use it in the trial, right? They're not interested really in what Woody has to really say, but what they want to do is probably also get the what the law enforcement has said, which it can be very have an impact on what the jury is hearing and can influence the jury, because when law enforcement is talking about all these things that could happen in the community and why they're protecting the community, that can have an influence on your jury, right? And this is why the defense is fighting so hard to have the state reduce the time and pick out specifics of what they want to talk about with Woody and not play the entire videos. And that's what's now. That's what all these motions are about. The past couple of weeks has been about. So where are we now? Well, I believe the defense team, for one of the defendants, have now petitioned the court, the Superior Court, which is the step that they should have done in the beginning, but they were trying to get immediate relief, emergency relief from the judge. So they skipped it with a writ of mandamus and went right to the Georgia Supreme Court. The Georgia Supreme Court kicked it back, stating, no, you got to go through this procedure. We're not saying that you don't have a cause here, but we cannot hear you because of this particular procedure that you should follow. Now, what does this stand for Judge Glanville? He might be out of here. He might be out of here because they're saying what they're trying to say in this case is that we want another judge to look at this case for recusal because of these improprieties that have happened. And Judge Glanville, when you send writs to him, he buries them in his backyard. The thug buries the bodies in the backyard. All the writs are dead. They go into places that they disappear to. So we are not getting any relief. So we want to take emergency steps. And now we're here where he might at this time be out of here. Right? Because if they can get it before the superior judge, I believe it's the Superior Court judge right now, that's where they needed to go to the first time, because anytime they have sent it to him, y'all saw what happened. He doesn't recuse himself. He doesn't not only does he not recuse, not only does he not bring in a judge, which he has to, because he's denying the defendant due process in this courtroom. He is doing what he wants to do, and he's impacting all these defendants' rights. Because if they feel that you're not being fair, that you have done so many things that put their defendants at risk, then you want to redact the doggone, because they're trying to also keep him from redacting the transcripts, because the transcripts are that of the secret ex parte meeting, and he's telling them that I'm going to give you a copy, but he's yet, as far as I know, have given them a copy because he wants to go through with privilege and remove what he wants out. And the state is saying, no, that's not fair. We want a true copy, unredacted. No. So that's what's happening there. Hey, abundantly blessed. So that's what's happening so far. So you got a petition before the Superior Court. You got supposedly this on the 3rd, the rule to show cause against Bumpkus. So you got a lot going on. And I believe this time Judge the Thug, a.k.a. 88 Glanville. I say a.k.a. 88 Glanville. Y'all say, why that? Because he needs to sit on the side of the state. He needs to come off the bench and just sit in the chair next to Love and 88 Hamilton and rule from that side, because that's exactly what he's been doing. So I call him 88 Glanville, because he working for this. He act like he 88 for the state. Okay, so district attorney for the state. So that's what's going on there. And you heard it justice style, right? You can go anywhere and you get a lot of lawyers talking about it from their standpoint. But I just break it down a little further. And like I say, do your research. If you see anything different, feel any different way, about the judge, good morning, abundantly blessed, drop into the chat and let me see what you think. If you have any different opinion, if you agree with the judge, if you agree with how the case is going. Just as I was shocked when he said he wanted to redact certain things from the transcript. To Wanda D, how you were a witness and you're going to go through and redact the transcript and you're also a witness because once he put himself in that meeting, but that's going to be interesting because when we see Woody get on the trial, when the state closes, and then we get to see the defense team. Oh yeah, y'all, get your popcorn ready because it's going to be interesting because right now we know Steele has added 88 Love, 88 Hamilton, and Judge Glanville as witnesses in that case. And he's told them that he will question Woody about what happened because they're under the impression they know for sure Woody was made coerced into testifying. He took the fifth, met with them in that secret meeting, and jumped on the stand. And now you got Woody up there cutting up. So with that situation, that's going to be interesting. That's something that you don't want to miss if you have time. If you're getting away from some of this buku stuff on the street here, some of the stuff that I've been doing. And also, so that's where we are with YDSL trial right now. And let me see right quick. I'm gonna go continue to look for um continue to look uh for truth telling. Truth telling. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't find you. But what do you guys think about the case? If you've been watching, anybody else have any thoughts about what's going on? What they're thinking about the truth giving? Truth giving. Let's see. Truth giving again. Let me go see. Why is this so slow? Truth giving. Honestly, Woody has gotten all over. Woody's a character, but the state Woody tried to get some relief, and so Woody is not as dumb as he appears to be. I mean, yeah, he's a snitch. Now he's a snitch. He is definitely a snitch. But just as what happened the day they cuffed Woody on the witness stand, he was held in contempt. Woody was held in contempt, and he was taken into custody, and he was brought back, and he was taken into that ex parte meeting, because I understand Woody got immunity and said that he would and got on the stand and then stated he was going to take the fifth. So no, he didn't get immunity first. Woody took the fifth. He was held in contempt. That's when he was taken out. He was brought back Monday morning. He went into if that's the time you're talking about, that's when he got handcuffed. Because wait a minute, he was a state witness. He was not in custody. He was free to go. But when they held him in contempt, they brought him back Monday morning. They had that secret ex parte meeting, right? And that's when Woody agreed to testify. After he went into that meeting, can you imagine? You're the state witness. You're in a meeting not only with the ADAs, but people from the sheriff department, investigators, the judge, everybody's in this meeting. Intimidation factor times 10. You're surrounded by everybody that can take your freedom away. You got everybody that you have spoken with, people that you're supposed to be helping. I'm your witness. Then why you guys got me surrounded with all these people? Intimidation factor, right? Then you're sending and many times during this ex parte meeting, you have the court recorder, the report reporter, walking out and going out of the meeting. She's not there for the entire meeting. So what's going on? What's off the records? What happened off the record? Because as we know, there's nobody recording it. So there are times that has been stated that the court reporter left the meeting. So, but everybody else didn't leave. So what happened during that time? No, he's not a dummy by far, but he's annoying. Yes, he's definitely annoying. Asking him questions is just a waste of time. I guess his plan is working. Yeah, he's definitely, because I he's not a dummy. This man has been in the system for a long time, and he knows what they did. Probably know what they. He's been probably told what they done was wrong, because you brought me in. Now you threatening to take my freedom away if I didn't testify. So he's signaling that he's not a willing participant, but he's Woody is signaling to the courts that I'm not a willing participant. I'm a hostile witness because I am being forced, in so many words, to testify. And that is why you got Woody dragging, having ADA Hamilton going for drinks and no sleep nights, because she's and have ADA Love pulling whatever little hair she have on her head out over there. Because now you got a witness on the stand. First of all, you did not prep. You didn't know what he was going to do, what he was going to testify to, but you coerced him to testify. And this is why you got a Woody. Okay, this is why you got a Woody on the stand, because the 88 Thug office, along with 88 Glanville, threatening him. Uh, but forgive me, good morning. But what TV show can I watch, Woody? I'm so lost. Sorry, y'all. It's not a TV show. It's actual trial that's going on, Lisa Hopkins. This is the YSL trial involving a young thug, a rapper from Georgia. And this is an actual, it seems like a TV show. It seems like a reality TV show. But this is actually a trial that is going on in Georgia called the YSL. It's the precinct to the RICO trial. You have Young Thug, uh, who's a rapper, on trial, and you have a witness who appeared to be a snitch, trying to give testimony for the state, but he is a hostile witness because, in so many words, he was coerced. He had taken the fifth, and the judge brought him into a meeting with the entire state employees of the state surrounded him and forced him to testify. It was stated that he told him if he did not testify, that he would sit in jail until all the defendants, and we have a total of 26 defendants. 26 guys. We got five right now with the with Young Thug, and then you got about 20 more. So Woody would have been in jail for a long time if he did not testify for the state. Woody would have been in jail for another 2 to 3 years. Woody said, "I'll do two." Woody said, "I'll do the 2 years before I testify." The judge said, "You'll be in here for the next 6 or 10 years." In so many words. Oh, okay. The you too, because I want to catch up because it's interesting the way you keep us up to date. I'm leaving the commentary. Thank you, Lisa Hopkins. Thank you for your input. No, he's not a dummy. So this is what happened to the day they cuffed him. Yeah, this is just justice style. I break it down a little bit further than the attorneys will, and so many other people. So I kind of break it down my style, what I'm getting from it, in my opinions and what I'm seeing, which is just a shit show in so many words. But that judge up there is so disrespectful. Definitely, if y'all remember when he put the attorney for Young Thug, Brian Steele, in contempt and didn't understand. When he did not understand, well, he chose not to understand um, what civil contempt and criminal contempt was. He chose to do what he wanted to do put that man in jail for 20 days, 20 weekends, just because he couldn't make him tell who was in that meeting and leaked it. And so he had him arrested in the courtroom, holding him in contempt for criminal contempt, then denied his right as a criminal due process, which he was entitled to have an attorney present, he was entitled to have a bond. And this Judge Glanville said no, even though I know it's a civil contempt, because that is, you hold the person. If he had said civil, then he could have kept Brian sitting there until Brian does something he wanted him to do. But instead, he invoked criminal contempt, which then put Brian, he's up for a bond. He has a right to immediate trial. He denied everything. And that's when Brian brought Merchant in as her attorney, and 20 other attorneys showed up at the courtroom saying this is completely wrong. But knowing the facts, knowing that they cited cases for Brian, matter of fact, look, you denied him his Fifth Amendment, the Constitution, due process, and you said no. Judge said no. I'm gonna put him in jail for criminal contempt, and I'm gonna still deny him. But his wife, Brian's wife, came up and filed an appeal with the Georgia Supreme Court, and got him a bond. So the Georgia Supreme Court is watching this case, even though they had to kick back this writ of mandamus so they can follow the proper procedures. And that's where they are right now. So Judge Glanville, and we say writ of mandamus, what they're seeking is the judge to bring in another judge to see if the recusal to oversee, review the recusal and say, should this judge be recused based on these facts? And he denied that. Not young. I believe it was who's Kirkland. I think it's Kirkland. I think if I got it correctly, don't get me wrong. Who is that is not Kirkland? If I'm correct, might be the defendant that the writ of mandamus is for. If I'm right on that middle last name. How is the state using him as a credible witness for the state when he said he told the investigators what they wanted to hear so they can let him go? So he's pretty much admitting to lying. He has. He has admitted to lying. He has selective memory. He's not cooperating. Now, that's because the state did not prep him. They put him on the stand so they could wreck him. The state normally, when they're gonna, y'all, what you see sometimes is when the state meets with their witnesses and they kind of prepare them a little bit, go over what they know, go over the videos, what's going on. This is what could be asked. This is what you can expect from the defense. This is what you can expect. Be questions that you can expect. They did no prepping of this witness. This witness is a loose cannon for the state, and I don't know if it was by design or they just didn't care. They just wanted Woody to look like Woody on the stand. I don't know why the state would do that, but as we can see, 88 the thugs for the whole courtroom on the left side. This whole thing is out of order. You know, that's why we see, if you think about the movie Justice for All with Al Pacino, when he yells out, this whole court is out of order, this trial is out of order. That's exactly what you're looking at. But Woody is definitely, that is why when you saw the state move to impeach him on contradiction, not conflict, contradiction. He's contradicting himself. So this is why you saw for the last 2 weeks the state moving to impeach Woody on contradiction, because now we want to play his videos to remind him, in so many words, this is what you said. So the impeach for contradiction is the state saying, I want to remind him these are the things that he said. So instead of the state going through and being specific on what they want to contradict him on. They want to play the entire video. They want to come in and play hours and hours of video, right? The defense team is saying, wait a minute, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Why haven't y'all reduced or go through the videos and find out what you're going to contradict? What are you going to impeach him on? Because you can't just play the videos, because now that's unfair. Okay? That's unfair, because now they're influencing. You have detectives saying things and doing the video that the jury can listen to, and can also make the jury, listen. Other than hearing Woody, the jury right now focus on what the detectives are saying, which can influence the jury as well. So that is why the defense is fighting so hard to keep the videos from being played at length. But we have seen the judge, aka Thug, aka ADA Glanville, allowing some of these videos to be played. Now, he has denied certain videos, certain parts of the videos to be played, because, first of all, some are not relevant to what the case is about, and some, the ADA themselves, have not even questioned Woody about. You can't go out here and contradict, say, impeach with contradiction, if you never question the person about what you contradicting them on. If you never question him about weapons, then how are you going to contradict him? How are you going to do an impeachment on that when there's nothing there? So the state has been trying to do some sneaky stuff. That's why, aka the ADA Thug, Hamilton, and Love. Love is the thug out there, man. She fighting hard. Like, oh, shoes. ADA Love, she ready to throw fists in that place. Does the impeach mean that take the immunity back? No, this impeachment is contradiction. That they're going to play. This is impeachment for contradiction. They're not taking the immunity back. He's got granted that already. But what they want to say is, I want to play your videos where you say you don't remember these things, and you don't recall these things, and you don't know what we're talking about things. I want to bring these videos in so we can play them, instead of going through the videos and playing what they say he's been contradicting. They want to play the entire videos, hours of videos, maybe weeks of videos, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of videos. And this is why the motions are being made now. That's why y'all don't see Woody in the courtroom, because they're going through these motions right now, trying to decide what's going to be allowed in, what's not going to be allowed in off of these videos. So that's what you're seeing right now, for the past week or two. So that's where they're on right now. And so you got interesting things coming up. It's going to be some firecrackers in the next few days before 4th of July. You got the Bumpkins Ruler Show cause. That's going to be a 4th of July, pre 4th of July show. Fireworks. Bumpkins is not only a criminal attorney, she's also an injury attorney. I believe she is an injury attorney and a criminal attorney. So she got it. She is based out of Houston. She works in Houston and out of Texas and Houston, I believe. She works out of Texas and she works on the state of Georgia. So yeah, she wasn't supposed to be there, but the thug kept her and denied her rights to leave, because she was not supposed to be there after Woody fired her. Once Woody fired her and relieved her of duty, that's his rights. But Judge Glanville, being concerned about that, what's that thing called? What's I'm thinking about? The ex parte secret meeting, and him wanting to get her in show of contempt. He extended her as Woody's attorney, but he fired her. How you going to make her stay? But he did. She said, this is unbelievable. Did you see where Woody friend Tay was? Was he unalive yesterday? It's always outside the judges lean toward. Oh, he's definitely. Let me go look up that right quick. Um, Let me see something. Did I missed that. I know Tay. Hold up. Let me get something right quick, guys. Let's see. Mm, Trying to find it here, guys. Wow. Wow. Let's see. I am looking that up right now. Okay, let's go. Wow, wow. Ambushed. Okay. Wow. June 29th, who was mentioned in. Wow. Wow. That is crazy. No, I found it. Hold up. That's interesting. That's interesting. I found it, guys. Definitely. I wonder. I'm going to have to find out if this is any connection and is this signaling something in his apartment. Okay. I don't want to do YouTube. I need to do this completely through the news. I don't want to do YouTube. I don't want to do YouTube. So let me see something. I need to do this news. Wow. Hold up. I need to do the straight news. News articles. Wow. Let's see. I don't see anything. Okay. Everything I'm getting is from YouTube. So let me look up this situation here. Okay. All right. So because I can't find it, normally I'm able to find something on the real news, and so far all the news is Twitter and uncommon news. So I don't know. Not saying it didn't happen, but normally when I go look for things, when it comes to certain news resources, I tried to find something that could put me other than YouTube sources or these news sources that, but I don't see. They're still saying reportedly. That it's not. It's nothing that is solid yet. It's nothing solid. So I'm not saying it didn't happen, but what I'm saying is that there is no solid news. Yeah, if that's the case, no, you spelled the name correctly, but the resources that I'm using, that I'm seeing, is not giving me comfortable. I'm not comfortable with the resources that I'm looking at. So that could have happened, but I don't have any. Um, you know, I'm looking for news articles. I'm looking. Let me see if I put it on Atlanta News. Woody posted about it on his Instagram page. Says simply read, okay, maybe it's something that they're not talking about. News in Georgia, because it's not nothing local picked it up, nothing national picked it up. It's only from the only resources I'm seeing. The only resources I'm seeing is from Twitter, Instagram, and so I'm not saying it's not true, but it's only on Instagram, Twitter, and let me see if I can get it this way. I went through Georgia and Atlanta and in Georgia. Let's go in Georgia. And Georgia here. So I'm not saying I just don't know anything about it. But if that happened, what's that about? Could they be signaling, right? So I don't know, guys. That's interesting. That's the first time, and I didn't see anybody else on YouTube other than these little bit of resources as well. Woody posted about on his Instagram page. I wonder if Woody is. I wonder if Woody is signaling. Is Woody signaling by putting that on his Instagram page as well? Sometimes they use social media and certain things that they'll say is the signal to hold everybody else that's looking. Is he trying? Is he trying to put a quote unquote? But I didn't listen. But there's a clip from ATL News first on YT. Okay, so let me look again. Yeah, I didn't see anything. Like I said, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but like I said, I just can't see anything popping out that um um let's see. Let me try it this way. Let me try it this way. Let's see. Yeah, I wanna, definitely try to find out what's going on. Um Definitely trying to find out. Let's see here. Uh-uh. Let's see. Okay. Oh man. Okay, there it is. Let's go. Lenny's friend. YSL T killed. Okay, here we go. That's TikTok. That's Instagram. That's Bay TV. That's My Celebrity News. Let's see more. Hot News Hip Hop. Lipstick Addy. Okay, Lipstick Alley. Yes, Murder in Atlanta. Amen. Young Thug. Rico trial now. Oh, okay. Um, mm, YouTube. Great card. TV Pass. Okay, reportedly. Why do you say I'm going to tell you? Instagram, GPS, Instagram. Okay. Even the lead don't have the law and crime don't have anything on it. Let's look at Lipstick Alley. What Lipstick Alley saying? Lipstick Alley want me to pay. Want me to sign in. Let's look up. Okay. Let's see what this guy's saying. Okay. All right, guys. I'm still here. I'm just trying to find some resources here. And so far, let's see. Let's see what's being said.
Tell Fox 5 Crews they found a man in his 20s shot and killed inside an apartment there.
Okay, here we go.
The person identified that was shot in southwest Atlanta was a close friend of YSL Woody. Now, the guy name is YSL Tate, and there are rumors circulating on the internet that somehow the Wham tweet that Young Thug dropped on Friday is somehow connected to uh, the YSL Tate shooting that happened in Southwest Atlanta this past week. And also on Friday, been a lot going on.
All right. So I'm gonna cut that off. So it looks like Fox News is reporting in Southwest Atlanta that a body was found, and then there's a guy doing an overlay on it, stating that this was Woody's friend, and that now we know guys can drop from the jail, and said a Young Thug dropped a video, I mean a song talking about this. So, wait a minute, y'all heard it yourself, right? So wait a minute now. I'm gonna listen to it again. Hold for a minute, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it's simply a lot going on with that. Apparently, rumors stating that Young Thug had dropped a song in regards to this South this unaliving who appeared to be a friend of Woody. So, wow, that's interesting. They're trying to say that Young Thug got a reach from behind bars, in which we know things like that happen. But those are just rumors. Allegedly, he dropped a song or dropped something on Wham. Y'all, there's so much going on with this case, and it's unraveling. So much has happened in the past few years with this case. Things that this case is just a reality TV show. You're seeing it before in movies and stuff, but now you get to actually see it. This is stuff is real. You couldn't tell me this wasn't a movie. All the intricate things that are happening, all the people outside of this. You have people that have been alive in reference to this case. You have people that have been picked up for drug charges, lawyers inappropriate. Then you got a rogue judge running around and a rogue ADA office running around. So you got a lot going on with this YSL trial. You got everything that involves popcorn, candy, and a pop. Okay, so you got a lot going on in this trial. So right now we'll see what happened this week. with the rule of show cause against Bumpkis on the 3rd, and if Judge the Thug, aka ADA Glanville, will survive the next few weeks, as this petition has been made in the Superior Court to have another judge come in and review the trial dockets and see if this judge, which we know who should be removed, recused. And I think it's on the way. So let's see if Judge Glenville makes it through the week or even make it through next week. But in my opinion, once another judge get a look at this case, even the smell of any impartial uh no, I mean just the smell of any priorities, anything that's impurities. Oh my God, I can't even say the word today. Anything that's nasty and stink, okay? Yeah, which we know is stink. It's foul. The whole doggone case so far, anything he has done is just stink and foul, and I'm pretty sure he's out of here. That's right, right. He's out of here. Right? You ever seen the Empire go, "You're out of here," Judge Glanville, the thug, aka ADA Glanville, you're out of here. And you should have had enough, for me personally, you should have had enough honor to step down. You should have known at some point that you were wrong and the things that you were doing was wrong. There's not a lawyer sitting out here not scratching their head and wondering why you buried your career. All right, there's not a lawyer out here probably scratching their head and why this man threw his career away, because you cannot be trusted. I don't think I just don't think that you at this point, based on what I saw, and I'm not an attorney at all, but based on what I saw in that courtroom, in my opinion, you should remove yourself. And who am I? I'm just Justice Reacts with an opinion. That's it. That's all. I'm just a civilian that's watching and saying, "What a travesty! What a situation where a man with such honor that 30 or 30 plus years in the military, uh, and you would conduct yourself in this manner on this case. What happened?" And clearly you can see that you are compromised. You have been compromised. And you're not willing to do what is right. So, and that's the hard part of it. You should have had enough guts to step down and recognize that you made decisions that, and you are laying in the bed with the AD office. And that's just what it is. So, yeah, guys. Well, I've said my piece. And hopefully, we will continue with YSL trial as well. I know I've gotten away with from it, and I'm gonna get back on to the program. I still want to do my content a little bit on that lady over there, but I'm back on program, y'all. So y'all stay tuned. I'm also gonna come back and talk about. No, I wanted to talk about that debate. Still got to talk about that debate. And don't forget to go get truth giving. That's what I'm going to work on right now, guys. I'm going to work on trying to find truth giving. And once I do, I'm going to put it in my comment section. I'm going to go, she's free. Truth giving, you're free. So look in my community wall. Once I find her, I'm going to post in my community wall, truth giving has been freed. And then y'all can let her know if she doesn't get it. Okay? So this is Justice React, y'all. I have reacted, I have acted, I've done it all. So, guys, stay tuned for more from Justice React. I'm out of here.